Hi guys, I'm Overarch, and today I'm going to be talking about the Dark Eldar faction in the upcoming game Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. So this video is some amount of speculation. The other factions in Battlefleet Gothic 1 were recreated very accurately from their tabletop counterparts. So I'm going to be talking about the Dark Eldar on the tabletop, what they played like, their weapons, their equipment, and ships and stuff like that, and we can expect to see a lot of that in Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. But, like I said, this is all just some speculation. So first of all, the Dark Eldar are not like their cuddly cousins. They're evil slave takers who only care for themselves, and are inevitably going to be damned to the Chaos God Slaanesh, who already ate most of their race. The only way they can starve off her attention, slowly draining their soul, is by inflicting pain on others. They specialize in taking slaves, and as such are great in melee and at disabling their enemy. Expect them to be just as fragile as their craftworld cousins, with a similar amount of close-range firepower. However, also expect them to have more disabling abilities, different strike craft, and no psychic-themed powers. Both of their ship types could be described as angsty versions of the craftworld Eldars. They also get a lot of cool equipment. One of the most interesting is the Leech Torpedo, which is designed to disable rather than destroy the enemy. This weapon temporarily disables the power to the enemy ships, kind of like an EMP. I would expect this to possibly cause high damage to shields or to inflict temporary critical hits to the enemy. They also have a hell of a powerful bomber, however theirs are specialized unlike the Eldar strike craft. An interesting thing about the Dark Eldar is that they only have two ship choices on the tabletop, a cruiser and an escort, but they do get to customize these ships kind of like how the orcs do. So I'm not sure how this is going to be handled in-game. I kind of expect the devs to add some more ships to fill out the roster, as unlike in tabletop, you do want to have a degree of progression of your fleet. So now let's talk defenses. Just like the Eldar, they have their own version of the Hollow Field, and interestingly, they have what's called a Mimic Drive. This drive allows them to pass themselves off as ships of another faction, so I expect them to have a lot of stealthy shenanigans. Stuff like the ability to dampen enemy sensors, or improvement to their silent running power, detectability, stuff like that. It's definitely going to be really cool to see what they do with the Dark Eldar, as they're actually the smallest faction from the tabletop, but have a rich and wonderful lore that the developers can draw from and potentially fill out their roster. I'm sorry I don't have too much information on these guys. I definitely don't have as much as I had like on the Tyranids or on the Necrons, who I've previously done videos on. Quite frankly, there just isn't that much to the Dark Eldar's tabletop faction to be able to talk about it. These were really their defining features right here. So, as always, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Hope to see you next time. Bye.